Hello friends, today I come to you with a popular method of analyzing electric circuits called nodal analysis. Many people find this method to be a tough one, but it is super easy if you understand few basic concepts clearly. This method is based on applying KCL at nodes of the circuit. If a circuit consists of n number of nodes, we will set one node as a reference node. All the n minus 1 other nodes are considered to be non-reference nodes. Then we will apply Kirchhoff's current law at non-reference node and we will derive some set of equations. In those equations, the node voltages are considered to be the circuit variables. We shall deal with these three kinds of circuits in nodal analysis. First case, the circuit contains n number of nodes and it doesn't have any voltage source. Second case, the circuit containing n nodes and some voltage sources, they are connected between a reference node and a non-reference node. In third case, the circuit contains n number of nodes and some voltage sources. Those voltage sources are connected between two non-reference voltages. For first two cases, we adopt one method and for third case, we adopt another method called supernode analysis. These are the steps to be followed when we analyze any electric circuit with the help of nodal analysis. If the circuit contains n number of nodes, we should select one node as a reference node and assign 0 voltage for that particular node. So the remaining n minus 1 nodes of the circuit are called as non-reference nodes and we should assign voltages V1, V2, V3 etc. up to Vn minus 1 for all those non-reference nodes. Then we apply KCL, Kirchhoff's current law, in each and every non-reference nodes. So the equations will be in the form of branch currents. We should convert them into node voltages by applying Ohm's law. So we will get n minus 1 number of equations and we should solve all those equations and derive the node voltage values. These are the steps to be followed. Once we find the node voltage, we can easily find the branch currents, power dissipation in the resistors. All other parameters can be easily derived. It is very important to remember these 2 points. Each node voltage is the voltage rise from the reference node. Simply I can say, if I am writing KCL equation for a non-reference node, that node voltage is assumed to be having higher value than the other nodes which are involved in that KCL equation. Secondly, in resistor, current flows from higher potential to lower potential. Suppose if the resistor is connected between two nodes, one is having higher potential, another having lower potential, the current will flow from higher potential to lower potential. So the current value in the resistor IR is equal to V higher minus V lower. That is potential difference in the node voltages divided by the particular resistance value R. Let's analyze some circuits using nodal analysis method. So first question, find the node voltages of this circuit. So I have redrawn the same circuit here. So what's the first step in the nodal analysis? We have to assign 0 voltage for a reference node. So how many nodes are there in the circuit? There are 3 nodes. First node, second node and third node. So first step is to assign 0 voltage for the reference node. So I am taking this node as reference node and assign 0 voltage or ground value for this node. So 0 volt. So next step is assigning voltages for the non-reference nodes. So these two are the non-reference nodes. So I have to assign voltages V1 for this node and V2 for this second node. So the next step is applying KCL for each non-reference node. So we have to apply KCL for this node and also for this node. So let's apply KCL to this node. According to KCL, sum of currents entering the node is equal to the sum of currents leaving the node. So in this case, 5 ampere current is entering the node. Already we have seen that when we are writing KCL for a node, non-reference node, that node voltage is considered to be having higher potential than the other nodes. So in this case, when we are writing KCL to this node, V1 having higher potential than V2 and also V1 is having higher potential than 0 volt. That is reference voltage. And also we have seen that in a resistor, current will flow from higher potential to lower potential. So current flow through this resistor will be equal to V higher, that is V1 minus V lower, that is V2. So V1 minus V2 divided by 4 ampere. Similarly, the current flowing through this resistor will be equal to V1 minus 0 volt divided by 2 ohm. Now, what are the currents entering the node? 5 ampere is entering, and these two branch currents are leaving the node because higher potential is V1, lower potential is V2. So, current direction will be like this. In this branch, higher potential is V1 and the lower potential is 0 volt. So, current direction will be like this, downwards. So, these two currents are leaving. So by KCL, the sum of currents entering the node, that is 5 ampere, is equal to the sum of currents leaving the node. The first current is V1 minus V2 divided by 4 ohm plus V1 minus 0 divided by 2 ohm. Second equation, when we apply KCL to this node, we will get the second equation. There are 4 branch currents. This 5 ampere is leaving the node. This 10 ampere is entering the node. And in these two resistors, current will flow from higher potential to lower potential. When we write KCL to this node node potential is considered to be having higher potential. So in this case, the current through this 4 ohm resistor is V2 minus V1 divided by 4. Similarly, in this resistor, V2 minus 0 divided by 6 ohm. So these two branch currents are leaving the node. Similarly, 5 ampere also leaving, only 10 ampere current is entering the node. So by KCL we can write 10 ampere entering current 10 is equal to the leaving current 5 plus V2 minus V1 by 4. So V2 minus V1 by 4. In this branch, V2 minus 0. So V2 minus 0 divided by 6. We shall rearrange this equation. 5 equal to V1 into 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 minus V2 into 1 by 4. Similarly, we can rearrange this one. 10 is equal to 5 plus V1 into minus 1 by 4 plus V2 into 1 by 4 plus 1 by 6. So 5 here is equal to V1 into 8, 2 plus 4 minus V2 into 1 by 4. In this equation, 10 minus 5 is equal to 5 is equal to minus 1 by 4 V1 plus V2 into 24, 6 plus 4. So this equation can be written as, this equation can be written as 5 equal to 6 by 8 V1 minus 1 by 4 V2. Similarly, this can be written as 5 is equal to minus 1 by 4 V1 plus 10 by 24 V2. Multiply the whole equation by 4, we will get 20 equal to 6 by 2 V1 minus V2. 6 by 2 can be written as 3. So 20 is equal to 3 V1 minus V2. This is our first equation. So considering this equation, 5 by 12. So multiplying the whole equation by 12, I get 5 into 12, 60 equal to minus 3 V1 plus 5 V2. This is my second equation. So I can solve these two equations to find the node voltages V1 and V2. You can choose any method, elimination method or substitution method or Cramer's rule. Whatever you can use, you will get V1 and V2. To use Cramer's rule, we have to replace these equations by matrix formula. We can write these equations in matrix formula like this. What are the coefficients of V1 and V2? In this equation, 3 minus 1. In second equation, minus 3, 5. So, coefficients into V1, V2 is equal to the right hand side. Right hand side terms are 20 and 60. So, this matrix is taken as delta. So, V1 is equal to del V1 divided by delta. So delta is the determinant of this matrix. Del V1 is the another matrix. So del V1 can be written as how we are writing del V1 means we have to replace the first row of this matrix by first column of this matrix by the right hand side elements. So 20, 60 minus 1, 5. So this is del V1. Del V2 is equal to, we have to replace the second column. So 3 minus 3, second column 20, 60. This is del V2. We have to find the determinant value of del V1, del V2 and also the determinant value of the original matrix 3 minus 1 minus 3, 5. So V1 is equal to del V1 by del. V2 is equal to del V2 divided by del. Kindly proceed with this and give your answer in the comment box. Let's solve another problem. In this circuit also they have asked us to find the node voltages. So there are 3 nodes in the circuit, 1, 2 and 3. I have assigned 0 voltage for this node because I am considering this node as the reference node. So all these 2 nodes are considered to be non-reference nodes and I have assigned voltages V1 and V2 for these 2 nodes. Now I have to apply KCL to this node. So when I apply KCL to this node, the 3 ampere current is entering the node. In these 2 resistors, the current will flow from this higher potential to the lower potential. So only 3 ampere current is entering the node. So 3 is equal to current through this resistor will be V1 minus 0 divided by 2. So V1 minus 0 divided by 2. Similarly, current through this resistor will be equal to V1 minus V2 divided by 6. So when I am rearranging this equation, V1 into 1 by 2 plus 1 by 6 plus V2 into minus 1 by 6, that is equal to 3. So 3 is equal to V1 into 12, 6 plus 2 plus V2 into minus 1 by 6. So 3 is equal to V1 into 8 by 12 plus V2 into minus 1 by 6. When I am multiplying the whole equation by 12, we will get 36 is equal to 8 V1 minus 2 V2 or 18 equal to 4 V1 minus V2. This is my first equation. Now applying KCL to this node, current will flow from these 2 resistors, current will flow from higher potential to lower potential. So for this resistor V2 minus V1 by 6, for this resistor V2 minus 0 divided by 7, and also this current also leaving the node. So all the 3 currents are leaving the node. There is no current entering the node. So 0 is equal to V2 minus V1 by 6. V2 minus V1 by 6 plus V2 minus 0 by 7. So V2 by 7 and also 12. So I can rearrange this as minus 12 is equal to V1 into minus 1 by 6 plus V2 into 1 by 6 plus 1 by 7. So minus 12 is equal to V1 into minus 1 by 6 plus V2 into 42, 7 plus 6. Minus 12 is equal to V1 into minus 1 by 6 plus V2 into 13 by 42. When multiplying the whole equation by 6, you will be getting this equation. Again, when you are multiplying the whole equation by 7, you will be getting this equation. So this is the second equation. We can adopt any method, elimination method or substitution method or Cramer's rule to find the V1 and V2 value. In this question, I am using substitution method. So once again I rewrite the equation. So 4V1, first equation 4V1 minus V2 is equal to 18. Second equation minus 7v1 plus 13v2 is equal to minus 504. So from the first equation I can write v2 is equal to 4v1 minus 18. When I am substituting v2 is equal to 4v1 minus 18 here, I will be getting minus 7v1 plus 13 into 4v1 minus 18 is equal to minus 504. So minus 7v1 plus 52v1 minus 13 into 18 234, which is equal to minus 504. So minus 7 52. 45v1 is equal to minus 504 plus 234. So 45v1 is equal to minus 270. So v1 is equal to minus 270 divided by 45, whose answer will be minus 6. Once you find the node voltage v1, you can easily find the node voltage v2 also. You please proceed this and find the voltage v2 and tell your answer in the comment box. Let's solve another circuit which contains the dependent source. So in the circuit there are 1, 2, 3, 4 nodes are there. I have considered this node as the reference node with zero potential. So these nodes takes the node voltages v1, v2 and v3. So writing KCL at the first node, 3 ampere entering current 3 is equal to v1 minus v2 divided by 2 plus v1 minus v3 divided by 4. So 3 is equal to v1 into 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus v2 into minus 1 by 2 plus v3 into minus 1 by 4. So 3 is equal to v1 into 8, 4 plus 2 plus v2 into minus 1 by 2 plus v3 into minus 1 by 4. 3 is equal to v1 into 6 by 8, that can be written as 3 by 4 plus v2 into minus 1 by 2 again plus v3 into minus 1 by 4. And multiplying the whole equation by 4, 12 is equal to 3v1 minus 2v2 minus v3. This is my first equation. Now applying KCL to the second node, v2 minus v1 divided by 2 plus v2 minus 0 divided by 4 plus v2 minus v3 divided by 8 equal to 0, because there is no current which is entering the node v2. So when rearranging, v1 into minus 1 by 2 plus v2 into 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 minus plus v3 into minus 1 by 8, which is equal to 0. So v1 into minus 1 by 2 plus v2 into 8, 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus v3 into minus 1 by 8 is equal to 0. So v1 into minus 1 by 2 plus v2 into 7 by 8 plus v3 into minus 1 by 8 equal to 0. When multiplying the whole equation by 8, you will be getting minus 4v1 plus 7v2 minus v3 equal to 0. When applying KCL to the third node, so this current is leaving the node. In these resistors also, the current will be flowing from higher potential to the lower potential. So all the three currents are leaving the node, no current is entering the node. So sum of the currents entering the node is equal to 0. So first current which is leaving is V3 minus V1 divided by 4. So V3 minus V1 divided by 4. Next V3 minus V2 divided by 8. So V3 minus V2 divided by 8 plus 2Ix. What is Ix? Ix is the current flowing through this branch. So current is flowing from higher potential to lower potential because direction is like this. So V1 minus V2 divided by 2. So we can write 0 is equal to V3 minus V1 divided by 4 plus V3 minus V2 divided by 8 plus 2 into V1 minus V2 divided by 2. 2 can be cancelled. So when rearranging this, V1 into minus 1 by 4 plus 1 plus V2 into minus 1 by 8 minus 1 plus V3 into 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8. 0 is equal to V1 into 4, 3 by 4 plus V2 into 8 minus 9 by 8 plus V3 into 8. Multiply the whole equation by 8. So 0 is equal to 6V1 minus 9V2 plus 3V3. This is our third equation. We have got three equations by applying KCL to each and every non-reference nodes. By solving those equations, we will be getting V1, V2 and V3.